very good afternoon from here in the centre of Gibraltar. This evening we're going to take a stroll around Gibraltar. A very good morning from here in Gibraltar. A very good morning guys from here in Casemate Square. So it's a very good morning from me here, just crossing the runway in Gibraltar. Today's the 12th of October 2025, and today things change if you're travelling to the European Union. If you're going to the European Union and you're not from a European Union country, you will need an electronic visa waiver, so an ESTA for what they have for the States. It's called an ETIAS. So I thought today, let's head over to the EU, let's head over to Spain. I haven't got one of these ETIAS, so let's see what's going to happen when I get to the border. Also, they're going to start taking your fingerprints and also your biometric data, so they're going to kind of make a digital ID for you. So a bit of a weird time to be travelling, but as I say, we're running quite late as always. We are going somewhere in Spain. You'll have to hang around to see where we end up. A little bit out of breath this morning, but yeah, as I say, we're almost at the border now. So let's see how easy it is to go from a non-European country at the moment to an EU country. Gibraltar will be joining the Schengen zone next year, but as for now, Gibraltar is still outside of the European Union, guys. So let's see how the border is this morning. Come on. So it's a very cloudy start to the day as we approach the border, but we hope we're going to see some sunshine later on and some decent temperatures. But let's make our way to passport control. We can see Gibraltar Customs on our left hand side, and the border is very, very quiet today. As I say, it is a Sunday, so not too many people travelling in this direction. The majority of traffic will come later on this evening, with people returning to Gibraltar from their second homes in Spain. But here we are approaching passport control, and as I say, I do not have an ETIAS, but this shouldn't be a problem here as Gibraltar is joining the Schengen zone. So as we go through here, I turn off the camera, but it's only a 2 or 3 minute passport check. They did have a little look at my passport at length and did a couple of checks, but after that I received my stamp and I was in Spain. So nothing has changed here at the border with Gibraltar, and everything is still running quite smoothly if you have a British passport. But we're making our way to the bus station now, and I've got to say this has got to be the most hideous building in the town of La Linea. But we're almost here now. So guys, I'm here at La Linea's temporary bus stop just behind us as they refurbish the old bus station. It was quite easy to cross the border today, although for some reason the Spanish police did decide to run my name through the computer, probably checking if I have any outstanding warrants. Luckily for me, I don't. So yeah, we're here in Spain, if you couldn't tell from the video already, and we're going on a coach today. We're going on a mini day trip. We're not going to go up there for too long. What we're going to do is we're going to catch the coach behind us and we're going to go to a secret location. Well, I guess I'm going to mention it in the title anyway. So guys, we are off to Estepona. That is probably the shortest kept secret on the channel. So what we're doing now, we've got 5 or 10 minutes before the bus arrives just behind us. We're going to jump on the bus and we're going to head up to the garden of the Costa del Sol. Come on. So here we are, we can see our coach pulling in. It's only going to be a 40 to 45 minute ride from La Linea to Estepona, and we have not got too much to film outside of the window as it's such a short bus ride. But here we are, before we know it, we're getting off the bus here at Estepona bus station, and we're going to make our way into the city. We're going to do some exploring. I do love coming to Spain and just going exploring. I think it's one of the biggest benefits we have living in Gibraltar, being so close to Spain. So guys, we made it here to Estepona, right on the most southern tip of the Costa del Sol. Now, we've done this video before. We came to Estepona 3 years ago, and we came in October 3 years ago, so it's almost 3 years since our last visit. And I said last time I'd love to come when it's sunny, Estepona has 320 days a year of sun, and I've come on one of the only days where there is no sun. Now Google has lied to me a little bit in the forecast, otherwise I would have come up here. I wanted to do a sort of a tropical video, but that's not going to be the case right now because there is no sun. I mean, we're still going to walk around Estepona and see all the wonderful sights here, but without the sun, I don't know, I just wanted that extra beautiful lighting. So yeah, if we'd have came yesterday it was beautiful and sunny, if we'd have come tomorrow it was beautiful and sunny. It's just our luck that we picked today. Come on guys, let's take a closer look at the city. Never mind, fingers crossed for good weather later on. I just wanted to take some shots of the town here, and look how rough the sea looks at the moment, and look at that sky. It's quite intimidating, to be honest. But let's pad around, let's take a look at the Mediterranean Sea here. And hopefully, although the weather isn't that great, the visibility should be enough that if we squint here, we should just be able to make out Gibraltar. We can see it to the left centre of the screen there. Let me try and get a close up. There we are, that is Gibraltar there in the distance. As I say, it's about 45-50 kilometres away. Now, while we're moaning about the weather, let's talk about the air temperature here in Estepona today. Today, as I said before in this video, it's the 12th of October, Sunday the 12th of October, and the temperature here right now is about 23 degrees. So they're saying the maximum temperature today will be 25 degrees, which is 2 degrees warmer than Gibraltar, which is only about 40 minutes away. It took us about 45 minutes on that coach journey, and it's about 50 kilometres, so that's about 30 miles away. So the reason it's warmer up here in Estepona is because we are shielded by the mountains from that Atlantic breeze that we feel in Gibraltar quite regularly. So that's the reason it's much warmer up here, or yeah, relatively warmer up here. It's normally a beautiful sunny place, so let's enjoy this beautiful sunny town a little bit more. Come on guys, let's explore. So we are approaching the town centre here, and it's only about a 10-minute walk from the bus station to this point here. On the way you have a massive Carrefour as well. Wasn't open today because of course it's a Sunday and no supermarkets are open in Spain on a Sunday. But let's take a look at the reason why they call Estepona the Garden of the Costa del Sol. The beautiful plants, the beautiful flowers that you find all across this city, planted on roundabouts, planted on the side of the street. It's just a stunning place. They really do take care of Estepona. But we are making our way into the park, our first stop of the day, and I wanted to get some shots of these parrots. These are called monk parakeets. These were originally people's pets, but over the years they have been released and they've formed a massive colony all along the Costa del Sol. Absolutely lovely to see, and it definitely gives this part of the world a tropical feel. But let's take a quick pan shot of the park. And I do like coming to a park. We don't have too many parks, just a couple in Gibraltar, so it's nice to be out in this wonderful open space. So I thought our first stop today in Estepona would be here at Calvario Park. Now I've never been here before. Apparently this is one of the most beautiful parks in the city centre, and this is situated quite high, quite north in the town of Estepona. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way from this park all the way down the hill into the old town, checking out more notable places. So let's check out this park. It looks stunning online, it looks stunning here. The place is absolutely beautiful. I forget how green and luscious Estepona really is. It's a fantastic town, and as I said before, it's only 40 minutes away from Gibraltar, so there's no reason not to visit. It only costs €5 on the bus to get here. So let's make our way around this beautiful looking park and let's soak up some of that Estepona vibe. Come on. So we've arrived at the pond, so let's just take a little look around and see if we can spot any wildlife. We can see this little marsh frog here just sitting on the side of the ponds there. Lots of water features here as well. We can see a common terrapin. So the place is full of nature. We can't see too much nature today because the sun isn't out. There's another terrapin swimming there in the lake. But a beautiful little pond. Wow, what a wonderful little park to kick off our whistle-stop tour of Estepona here in the Costa del Sol. Absolutely fantastic just to take a walk around this park, listen to the birds, look at the parrots, look at the doves, the turtles, the frogs in the pond. Just a nice place to come and clear your mind. I love living in Gibraltar, as I've said many times, but sometimes it can feel quite constricted in the territory, so it's quite nice to be able to just hop over the border, come into Spain, and you really are in a different world, even though you're only a few miles up the coast. So what we're going to do now is we're going to leave the park and we're going to head into the old town and we're going to check out the city centre. Come on, guys. So let's make our way into the town centre. We pass these beautiful murals painted on these buildings, on these block of flats, and we come to another park. There are quite a few parks and green open spaces here in Estepona, so I guess it's great if you've got a dog or if you've got a family, so something to think about. We're arriving at one of the main attractions here in Estepona. I've got to say, we're not going inside, but this is the Orchidarium. I think I'm saying that right. Basically, it's a massive greenhouse with a load of flowers that you have to pay to get into. So I like flowers as much as the next person, but I'm not paying €5 to go into a glass house full of flowers. If it had been €2 or €3, then maybe, but I can think of many better ways to spend a fiver. Well, the sun hasn't come out yet, it's just gone midday and I'm actually getting really hungry. Now, we haven't got a massive budget for today's video, so there won't be any seafood. Probably going to be like doner kebab on a bench with a can of Victoria Malaga, to be honest, but that's the way it goes. It's just lovely to get out of Gibraltar for a few hours, and I'm really hoping the sun does come out, because if it does, we'll go and end the video down by the beach area, and it'll be nice to see the sea with the sun shining and make it look like we are somewhere very tropical. But it's an absolutely fantastic place here, Estepona. I'm enjoying my Sunday walk around the town. Let's go into the city centre a bit further, and as I say, I'm starting to get a bit peckish. I'm going to keep my eye out for something budget to eat. Come on, guys. Don't worry, guys, it's payday soon, so we'll be back to eating oysters and lobster in no time. But let's just have a look at this stunning square here in Estepona city centre. The beautiful plants and the beautiful trees that just complement this little street, this little square. And by luck, we have stumbled across a little Spanish festival.
Continuamos seguimos con otro campanera a ritmo de ese gran artista malagueño muy Joselito, y soy la que dice así, que estamos en el concurso, que nadie se retire, porque seguimos con el concurso. Y ya me voy yo.
There we are, guys, just a little bit of culture there for you as we take a pan shot, and this square is absolutely rammed, so there's so many people getting involved with the festivities. But let's push on through the town. So wow, how lucky were we to stumble across that little mini festival. Today is the National Day of Spain. I didn't realise it was until we've arrived here, so absolutely fantastic. There's a few events going on in the city today, so as we take a look around Estepona, I'm sure we'll bump into some of the cool things that are happening. But let's move on to our next location now. Come on. So just 20 meters away we arrive in this wonderful location.
Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Sorry that I didn't speak so much today, but we commemorate the 20th anniversary of the foundation this year. This is the third concert we are playing here in Estepona with the helpful of the Council of Estepona. And I want to tell you that today is going to be a very nice day for the chamber music in the city. Thank you so much for coming.
So we can see there's quite an audience gathered here in this absolutely stunning square here in the centre of town. I believe this is going to be a classical music concert, so let's stick around for a couple of minutes and let's get some lovely sound bites. Literally at every twist and turn this afternoon there is something going on in this city. That was a fantastic little square with a fantastic little classical music concert taking place. I guess another thing to mark Spain's National Day. So very lucky to come to Spain on this day. I was complaining about the weather, but if we look up we can see the clouds are clearing, the sun is burning that cloud away, so I really think we're going to get some beautiful footage of the beach later on this afternoon. But I am starting to get really hungry now, so I think it's time to look for some food. So let's crack on into the city centre. Come on guys. I just wanted to show you guys some of these stunning streets here in Estepona Old Town. Look how wonderfully decorated they are and look how green they are, the plants. I think we're really finding out the reason they call this the Garden of the Costa del Sol. Tell me what you think, guys. Would you like to come and visit Estepona? Have you been here before? What are your opinions? It's so close to Gibraltar, so there's no reason, if you're visiting Gibraltar for a week or longer, then this will serve as a fantastic day trip destination. But let's just take a pan shot here and take in the plant pots and this wonderful plant here. Bloody hell, it's just like someone's turned the heating on. The sun is out, the clouds are burnt away, and it does feel a very warm 26 degrees. That's the temperature showing on my phone at the moment. So lucky us, we've finally got that sun, so we're in for a good afternoon. You know I need to go and find some food now. I don't know how many times I mention it in this video, or indeed every travelling video I do, it all seems to be centred around food. So we're not going for anything special, it literally is just going to be a kebab. I think there's a kebab house around the corner, but I've got the craving for kebab and I haven't got the budget for oysters, so we can't always be flaunting. But yeah, let's make our way into the town centre. Well, I guess we truly are in the town centre, but let's make our way towards the historical centre of Estepona. Come on guys. So here we are, the Turkish kebab house, and I've got to say this looks like the least appealing meal we've ever had on this channel. They haven't even put the chips on plates, have they? They've just stuck them on the tray. Now I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, you went to Spain for lunch and you got a kebab. Well, as I mentioned before in the video, it's a low budget video today. Not only that, I was just craving a kebab. I fancied a dirty kebab, although I always feel guilty after I've eaten the kebab, which is definitely the case now. Let's head into the old town. Let's take a look around the beautiful, stunning streets of what the old town has to offer. Come on, guys. So this is one of Estepona's main streets. It's completely pedestrianised. We can see that hanging cloud there in the distance. It's quite funny because one half of the city is in bright sunshine and the other half has still got that cloud cover. But look at these stunning streets and squares that you can find here in the old town. And these style of buildings and this style of architecture you can find all across the region of Andalusia. Let's take a look at this statue now. I have no idea what it's about. I guess you can pause and squint. We've got some information here about the typical streets you can find here in Estepona. Any information that you see on the screen, always feel free to pause and read it. Normally it's in both languages, Spanish and English. But we're heading up to the famous clock tower, one of Estepona's most famous attractions. We stop here at this church. Can't tell whether it's a church or a cathedral, but what I can tell you is it used to be a mosque. Look at that tower. This all used to be Arabian lands until the 1500s. I really forget how beautiful the old town of Estepona is, and I forget how easy it is to get lost in these winding white streets. They all do look the same plant pots, the same plants, the same colour in the buildings. But let's make our way to the clock tower, as this is one of Estepona's main tourist attractions. It's very nice to visit here in October because there isn't as many tourists. You still have the summer weather bar today, but the place is not rammed. It's not like Marbella in July or August. I'm sure Estepona gets the same amount of traffic when it comes to tourists. But right now, on this Sunday afternoon in October, we have got the city almost to ourselves. But this is the famous clock tower building again, another mosque, which has been converted into a church. I also forget how rich this area is in history. So much to see, so much to do. Such a troubled history, this part of the world as well. But look at that stunning tower. What a beautiful little square this is, the Clock Tower Square. It's lovely to see, although we've missed the concert here. I can hear concerts still going on in the town, so the city is full of life, full of buzz, full of atmosphere. I'm so happy the sun's come out, and it is feeling very, very hot at 26 degrees on the 12th of October. Can you believe that, guys? Absolutely stunning weather. If you have never visited Estepona before, it's definitely somewhere where you should put on your list. It's definitely a city worth visiting. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to head down to the Square of the Flowers. This is Estepona's main square, and then we'll head towards the beach because the weather is absolutely stunning now, so I think we'll get them beautiful beach shots that I was looking for at the start of the video, guys. So come on, let's keep exploring. That looks like a lovely little eatery there, a beautiful street as we make our way into Plaza de Flores, Flowers Square. Look at that stunning little shop. This has to be by far my favourite square here in this city, and that's the reason I've left it to last, of course. And we can see quite a lot of tourists still out in the square. We've got this beautiful hotel that dominates the square as well. Lovely to see all the restaurants packed, and finally the sun is out so people can get their arms out and they can enjoy this late summer weather. 26 degrees, who can complain at that, as we pan around and take in this wonderful fountain, which is this main centerpiece of this square. This is probably not the best video to watch if you're in the UK right now, because I know the weather is very, very bad over there. And, well, 30% of my viewers come from the UK, so I bet this is making you want to book a flight and get yourself into the sun. And you know what? I don't blame you. Well, this has to be my favourite square in the whole of Estepona. Plaza de las Flores, Flowers Square. Absolutely stunning to see, and the place is absolutely packed with locals and tourists as well. October is one of the best times to visit Spain, as the prices are cheaper, the flights are cheaper, the hotels are cheaper, yet you still get the full experience. Talk about sunny Spain, I think it's time now, guys, to hit the beach. Come on. Now, after spending years trying to find farmers markets on this channel to show you, we randomly stumble across one here in Estepona city centre. Look at this, they have all the local produce you can find. They have meats, they have cheeses, you can buy wines, you can buy conserved fish, you can absolutely buy everything. So yeah, it's always when you're not looking for something, that's when you find it. Wow, who would have thought we'd turn the corner and we'd find a little market there, sort of a little local farmers market with local produce from the region. The great thing is the city centre leads right out onto the beach, so in fact I'm staring at the beach just behind me there. So let's take a closer look. The weather is absolutely fantastic. I actually fancy a little sit down, enjoy a bit of the sun, and maybe even have a beer. Come on, guys. So this is our final stop on our trip to Estepona, with this massive giant chessboard here on the promenade of the beach. This is Estepona Beach, and now the weather has cleared. Although it isn't 100%, you can still see people, tourists and locals alike, enjoying the sea. It is warm enough for a dip still at 26 degrees. It's stunning to see the Mediterranean, and remember those images we saw earlier this morning when this coastline looked so much different. We can still see the waves there kicking up, and we can see a lot of people enjoying the walk along the coast. That has all been refurbished and redone, and in fact when we came here 3 years ago to film our first episode in Estepona, that walkway wasn't even there. They were building it, and I was commenting how the place was being ruined by all these works, but now the works are finished. That promenade is absolutely stunning. So I guess that's it from me here in the beautiful Estepona with the wonderful Mediterranean Sea behind me. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video. The main purpose of this video was to come to Spain from Gibraltar to find out whether we would need the ETIAS to cross the border, whether they would take out biometrics. Neither of those happened. We were let into the country very, very easily with just a stamp. And here we are. We've enjoyed a wonderful day here on Spain's National Day here in Estepona. So many things to do in this wonderful, charming city. But from me here on the beach, thank you for watching as always, guys, and I shall see you all on the next adventure.